It has been a long time. Um, I looked on my tabs and I saw that I haven't been live in 6 months, and that's kind of wild. But yeah, here I am. Uh, I don't know, man. I just got on here. I just had some time, and it makes sense that I haven't been on here in a minute because um, I got my two kids. I got the two little ones, and man, it's different. Um, my daughter, she is just now getting to a point where she goes to sleep on her own. And y'all know how I do. I stay on here for as long as I can until she wakes up. Now, this is a miracle that she is asleep right now. Uh, my son, he go to sleep on his own. Whatever, you just put him down. He go to sleep. Um, but my daughter, no. So I pretty much, to be real, I fell out of the whole live algorithm. Lately though, I've been doing all right with the, videos on demand, the VODs. I've been really getting the hang of it, Um, I don't know how I feel about videos. One time I did a video and I got a strike, and I didn't know that you could get a strike for like reporting the news, but that's neither here nor there. I was just kind of getting my footing. I'm still getting the hang of it with YouTube or whatever. And it's actually kind of fun. It's been such a long time since I've done a live, um, and it feels good. I really don't like the fact that now I pretty much have to do lives at night. And yeah, that's when a lot of people are asleep. I catch a lot of people on the other side of the world. Um, but yeah, that's one of those things. Um, but yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And I haven't really figured it out. Like the algorithm is a trip. I will say that. The algorithm is really something. Um, you would think that it would just be, oh, if you get on and you just, talk, you'll connect with people, but it's not like that. Like, starting to learn that with social media, there has to be some kind of medium. And let me see, I can't really read that, but hi. There has to be like a medium, is what I learned. Like, there has to be, I'm learning the formula of content creation. And I'm also learning about social media as well. I'm pretty new to social media. Been doing this for about a year now. And I'm starting to learn that people like to have something between you and them. It's not as simple as, speaking directly. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Got some chats coming in. Every language you want me to tell you something, I will. Oh, okay, that's cool. Languages are cool. I'm just on here. I really, y'all, to be honest, I'm just glad to be live. I'm just glad to be live. It's hard to be live. Like, nobody ever tells you, like, as a mom, like, you just never know what your kids are gonna throw at you. And my first child, everybody used to always say, "Oh, you're having a child. You're gonna have a horrible life. You're never gonna sleep." My first child, my son, easy. Easy. He even goes to bed on his own. Um, I never had a problem with him feeding him everything. He's just real cool, real laid back. My daughter, on the other hand, I remember I used to go live. She used to grab the camera. She always had something going. But I don't know. Now that she sleeps at night, I don't know. Maybe I get to go live more. Language, not panguage. I don't know what that means. Um, but yeah. So I'm just on here basically because I got the time. I do need to do better. I do need to do better about actually having like something to talk to you guys about that you guys might be interested in. Um, it's been literally 6 months since the last time I did this. And that's crazy when you think about it because it's like a lot has happened in those 6 months. And like I said, I've been doing videos on demand. And it's like a lot of people that think they're just gonna jump into content creation. It's not. I just thought, okay, you just get on there, you say a few words, get off, and then that's it. No, it's pretty complicated, you know. It's almost like you just kind of hang out and let people throw pies at your face all day. Is what it feels like. But yeah, I didn't go live. I didn't go live for a minute. I didn't go live for a minute because life be lifing, and I have, like I said, I have two little ones. I have my husband, and he's always working and preparing for him to get off of work and everything. It takes some time off. You know, But yeah, it's this week, this year alone, I've been really kind of getting a little messy. Um, I'm not gonna lie, like content creation, everybody wants to be angry. Boy, if you make people mad, you get engagement, and that is something that I struggle with because I don't want to make nobody upset, but that seems to get the people going. Um, Right now, everybody's talking about the whole Corey Holcomb and Anton debacle, and it's like that is taking up a lot of energy for a lot of people right now. And then everybody's mad about the Somalians in Minnesota. It's a lot going on, but for me personally, uh, I'm getting ready for this winter storm. So I don't know who else is out there getting ready for it, but it's really scary, like especially here in the South. Nate Dogg plays. Hi. But yeah, I'm just on it. It's been a long time. Like, how y'all been doing out there? I hope y'all being safe, man. Cause I'm in the South, and anytime they talk about any kind of cold weather, it's not cool. Um, no pun intended. But like, yeah, I've been spending time getting that stuff together, and I don't know, the stars were aligned. The kids, they're down for the night. So I'm like, okay, whatever, just go live, check it out, see what everybody's doing. Um, yeah, so I mean, I'm just chilling. To be honest, I ain't doing nothing but yapping. Anything you guys want to talk about, I need to be careful because I've done lives where I've let the chat just kind of do their own thing. Um, it be telling me now I'm at a point where it be saying I might need to get some moderators. I don't know nothing about no moderators. Um, and I would say this too about this channel. It be people commenting like chapter books. It be having some long comments. And I'm like, yo, like they don't even have profile pictures. I'm like, why don't you just start your own channel? I don't know why people just get on and they just do crazy stuff. I got Seven Gator saying that America is in danger. Why? I hope this ain't one of them trolls that try to set me up to say a buzzword that that YouTube don't like. What you mean? I think America's straight. America's fine. I got jumped on for one of my shorts because I said America is the greatest country in the world. It's where I'm at. Why wouldn't it be the greatest country in the world? It doesn't even make. Why is America in danger? Seven Gator. That would be really nice to know. Because last I checked, Trump is the president, and he ain't nice to nobody. Anybody who make Trump mad, they in danger. Like, how is America in danger? He might tell me, he might not. Sometimes people just say stuff in the chat. Oh, he said something else. Say no, but we should be worried about Trump aiming for Greenland and exiting NATO. I don't agree with that. Okay, all right. This is how I feel about NATO. All right. I mean, hey, you know more than me. I'm gonna start out with that. Okay, I'm pretty ignorant on the subject. But last time I checked, NATO was really dependent on the United States, were they not? So I feel like if we leave, then what's going on? You know what I mean? Like we were the big dogs in NATO. That's what I thought. But I have to be careful. Some foreigners, they'll check me and they'll be like, oh, Americas, you guys are what do they call us? Arrogant. Oh, you guys conceited. Let me see. You might school me, say, okay, NATO, not trying to get you to say buzzwords, just friendly discussion. Hey, yo, I appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate it. I just be being careful on these lives because people be coming at me. Like people be trying to trip me up on these lives, and I'm still getting the hang of it. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you trying to have a genuine conversation, and especially because I am definitely on borrowed time. Anybody who's not familiar with me, I have my kids all the time, and my son, he just turned 3. So, oh my God, y'all. Sometimes I want to make this like a family vlogging channel, but I don't know. The algorithm doesn't like the family stuff. They want me to put my kids on camera all the time. I feel funny about that. So lately, the algorithm has been loving the gossip stuff and the rah rah stuff, and I'm like, oh man, looks like I might have to go to like Instagram or something to talk about like human stuff because I'm not really into the celebrity gossip. But I don't want to get too far from the chat. But yes, Seven Gator, I appreciate you being a real person and not a bot and not a troll. Thank you. And I hope you will educate me on the whole NATO thing. Because I just felt like, well, this is my problem. I listen to what people say in politics and I take it on face value. Like, so when Trump was talking about how we've been carrying NATO on our backs and all this other stuff, and it's time for them to pay their fair share, he was popping that good stuff. Like his first term, and now here it is, his second term, and he's still popping that, right? So I'm just assuming he's the dude with the American pin on his jacket. So the flag on his jacket, he's the president. He didn't win 2 consecutive terms, but he must know something that I don't know. People voting for him. So I just assume, NATO is, and I'm gonna keep up with the chat. Stephanie, I am so sorry, Capiello, I think. I hope I didn't butcher your name. But thank you so much for the compliment. People can be real mean. I be trying to Y'all, I be trying to keep up with some of these comments. They so mean to me. And then especially people who ain't got no profile pic. And then people who definitely ain't got no motion. They probably on an Obama phone. They be so mean to me. But thank you so much for your compliment. And I'm so listen, anybody that tuned in even for a second, I appreciate it because I don't know, like I'm in this weird thing. And I used to try to structure my what's the name? I used to try to structure my channel like how the big wigs do it, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Their engagement is like crazy, but they've been doing this for like 10 years. But I'm just starting out. So let me see. For Seven Gators, say NATO. NATO is powerful not just because of America. It's because of the alliance. It already worked many times and backed other countries down for decades, including Russia, China threats. So it's important. That sounds good. Okay, this is how I feel. This is my question about NATO. This is what I'm curious about. If NATO is so important, then why does it seem like the countries that are involved in NATO are in shambles right now? And I'm not trying to throw shade or be disrespectful, but I just feel like a lot of the countries in NATO are kind of dependent on the United States. You know what I mean? So I'm like, there's this weird imbalance. It's like we're in a weird time. It's like we live in an imperial time. Like, like you got Russia that's doing this thing with Ukraine, and I keep hearing rumors circulating that China is looking at Taiwan, and then we just went to go kick over Venezuela like it was nothing. And then you got Israel. I hope I don't get unplugged for saying this because you can't talk about that country, but Israel and the Gaza conflict, and then now we're over here talking about Greenland. And it's like World War III or an all. Like it's so uncomfortable. And Like when I was okay, before I had kids, right? I was like, okay, politics, protest, get mad, get a sign. Now that I have kids, I feel like, oh snap, the world is not doing good. Like, oh, on one end I was thinking, if we take Greenland, God, I said that. That is so wow. If we, because China, what's not China? Trump is talking about getting Greenland so we can set up like military bases or whatever. In my mind, that sounds okay, but as Seven Gators talking about, it, I don't know, like I don't think NATO will ever split from us though. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, Russia and China. Okay, I don't know, man. Don't get me to sit here trying to sound smart about this stuff because I don't know, but I just feel like I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the Russia and Ukraine thing. I felt like that was gonna be inevitable. Oh God, I feel bad for saying it. All these countries that are like kicking over the younger ones, like the smaller ones, big country take little country. I feel like they were gonna do that anyway, and we like post pandemic, like everybody's in such bad shape. All the countries are shook, so it just makes sense that everybody's just gonna start grabbing up smaller countries, taking resources from whoever they can because everybody is doing bad right now. I don't know how bad that is. I just know that here in the United States, like I tend to focus on stuff going on here because I understand things here more. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna try to act like I know a bunch of stuff because I don't. So let me see. Let me read some more of this. Just wow. Yeah, if you're 8, you should go to bed. There'll be a lot of kids on YouTube. That's crazy. But like, yeah. So I mean, let's just talk about this whole NATO thing and all this. As American citizens, I mean, if they decide to do these things, what can we do about it? Because it just feels like our government makes whatever decision it wants to make. Like everybody's all ticked off about the whole Renee Good thing. But as far as I see, nothing has changed. Like I don't feel like I don't feel like we control our government. I mean, I feel like the best you can do. Now I'm about to contradict myself. Um, the best you can do is just vote, and whoever you vote for, if they don't win, then just try to work with the person that won. But again, that I think my problem is that I deal more with like local politics more so than the the big umbrella. And like here in North Carolina is in the South, it is very easy for you to just focus on what's going on in your backyard. It's not what's the word? I don't think in the South it's as collective everywhere else. So it's very easy to just kind of space out and just focus on your own family. I live in a very small rural area. So, you know, on a local level, my family and I, we're doing great. But when it comes to like the federal government and all that and war operations, I just feel like at this point, everything is hitting the fan so bad that, you know, 25th Amendment. I'm not familiar with the 25th Amendment. I don't know it off the top of my head. I used to, but I don't. Pregnancy brain. Okay, I don't want to be one of these type of moms that blame everything on my kids, but I'm gonna just be 100 with you. I used to be sharp as a tack. So try to, work with me. I'm not the type of person, like I said, when it comes to like, global politics and stuff like that, I'll be honest with you, like I started realize when I started doing content how much I didn't know. Like before I started, I remember I used to do live streams where I would have like the news playing in the background, all that fancy stuff. And I realized that a lot of my ideologies and talking points came from college. And I was like, oh snap, that ain't my horse. So when you say 25th Amendment, please elaborate for me because the thing that I'm gonna be honest, in my life, the amendments that I typically hear of, First Amendment, Fifth Amendment, 13th. That's just basically, which is bad. I should probably know all of them. But I'm not gonna lie, like I be mothering y'all. Like taking care of these kids all day, you'd be surprised how much just pass your head when you got two toddlers. So, Seven Gator, when you get a second, just tell me what you mean when you say 25th Amendment. I don't have like a phone or anything where I can pull it up real quick. But yeah, I mean, I just, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When it comes to politics and stuff, I really feel like the focus really should probably be on what we got going on here in the United States. Like right now, everybody's mad at ICE. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not think that ICE was gonna catch it the way they catching it. I honestly, here's another thing about living in a rural area in the South. It's a lot of undocumented immigrants. I live around a lot of farms and warehouses and construction zones. And I know the people that work there are not documented. I used to work in a warehouse where the majority of the people who was doing like the floor work in the warehouse were not documented. Now I would say this: other places like in the Midwest and the West Coast, it seemed like ICE is really well the Northeast too, and well Chicago. I don't think it's doing as bad, but I'm hearing a lot. Of course, Michigan is like number one right now, and then you got I think I've heard something about like LA or whatever. But as for that, it's like ICE is really having a hard time now. Here, okay, Charlotte. I'm in North Carolina. I'm right up the street from Charlotte. I'm from Charlotte. Charlotte got its time on TV because there were ICE agents there. We only heard about Charlotte for like 15 minutes and it was gone just like that. So I guess one thing about the South is, I mean, we let ICE do their job. Like, and I don't mean to sound like what they're doing is right because it is crazy how they're treating like people who are undocumented and stuff like that. But if I see ICE officers, I'm not gonna yell in their face. I'm not gonna blow no whistles. I'm not gonna take my car and try to block their traffic. I don't. I think it's really interesting how people are in like Michigan, particularly. So I'll just be honest with you. Like as far as politics go, I mainly focus on what's going on here, and to each his own. I mean, I feel like there's enough people who are worried about NATO, um, to where it's like I just feel like there's so many issues going on at this point. Seven Gator, I just got emojis. I was wondering about the 25th Amendment if you had a second. But yeah, that's how I felt about it. Like, you know me, I'm always checking on the baby, so this is why I'm kind of shooting this for you right here. So that way I can be able to keep track of them. Because, it's fun to go live. Live is cool. I like interacting with the chat, but at the same time, I make sure they're good. But yeah, um, I think it's really scary that we have a lot going on here at home. Oh, impeachment of the president. We're comment above it. See it, but strange. Okay, this is my question about that. I should know that. Duh. Like everybody's always talking about impeaching Trump. But what's the effect? Like he's already a felon. Like, okay, all right, okay. This is what I'm thinking. If Republicans don't win the midterm, then I think he's definitely going to be impeached. But if he does get impeached, then what? Like You know what I mean? Like, what? I mean, what will we achieve by impeaching the president? I know there's a lot of people that don't like him, and that's fine. But let's just be honest. Like, is that productive? That's what I'm curious about. Like, what is that going to achieve? What if we impeach him, then he won't ruffle feathers with NATO, or is gonna stop us from going to Greenland? Because I don't know, like re-election. Huh? I'm confused. So if we impeach him, we're gonna have a re-election? I'm not quite following you. I'm sorry if I'm behind there. But I don't see any sense in impeaching Trump. Like what would that achieve? Like I know people don't like him, but there's so much. I just feel like there's so much that he's doing. There's so many hot button issues. Like everything was just going haywire for a while, and he just came in and yeah, he's rough with how he's doing everything, but he's doing something. I mean, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they weren't really doing anything except for telling everybody that they need to wear a mask everywhere they go. Like that's the only way. That's the only thing I remember from their pregnancy, their presidency. That's the only thing I remember. Like anything else, I'm like, Vance will be in charge for the rest of the term. Yeah, I honestly don't think they're gonna move that fast. I don't. This government has never been that efficient. I highly doubt. And I'm actually surprised that you're talking to me about this. I'm surprised that I'm hanging in there with the conversation because I usually follow the chat, but honestly, like he just got sworn in. We got 3 more years. If if we spend the last 3 years, or let's say 2 years or 2.5 years, trying to get Vance in charge, and then like, here's the thing about Vance. Do you really think you're gonna get that much of a difference? Because he and Vance are not like him and Mike Pence. I almost called him Prince. Rest in peace to Prince. Really sad that Prince passed away. But anyway, yeah, I don't. I just feel like it's just gonna be more of the same, right? And then let's say with turning over leadership, that I just don't feel like that's gonna be effective. Like we're gonna be spending so much time. Let's say if it actually happens, if everything goes the way that people who want Trump to be impeached, if it goes the way they wanted to go, what exactly are you getting that's different? Like in my opinion, I feel like JD Vance is more heavy-handed when it comes to what Trump wants to do. Like JD Vance is like Trump's right-hand man. In my opinion, I hope I don't get like roasted for this, but I feel like Trump is actually nicer than JD Vance. It sounds funny just saying it. I can't believe I said that. But honestly, like when I think about like the stuff that Trump does and says, like take his personality, put it aside for a minute. He's very direct, and he pretty much tell you what he's thinking. He's very blunt, but I feel like he's diplomatic. Like, okay, take what is his name? Zohran Mamdani, the new mayor of New York. I don't think JD Vance would have been that diplomatic towards Mamdani, like a socialist, right? Like that's what I'm thinking about here in the country. Like I'm so scared of what's going on in the United States. Like as far as NATO is concerned, I God, I don't want to be hyperbolic or critical, especially when I have such limited knowledge. But I kind of agree with Trump because I feel like the United States has been helping everybody around the world, and we've been dealing with everybody's baggage around the world, not to mention our immigration issue here in Garrison, like here in the country. So, to where the pandemic has gotten us to a point where we can't afford to deal with anybody else's stuff. Like we have issues with each other here. Like we're so divided. And immigration, like there's that old saying of, make sure you take care of your house before you take care of somebody else, or somebody. I think they say, sweep around your own front door before you sweep in front of mine. It's way more catchy than that, but you get what I'm saying. Like for us to be dealing with other people's stuff. All right, good night. For us to be dealing with other people's stuff, and then we got a lot of people who are here, and we're divided over that. We have Americans fighting Americans about immigration. We have Americans bucking against the American government because of people who allegedly was stealing billions of dollars. Like the whole situation with Somalia, right? The Somalians in Minnesota. Okay, for them to be taking money from the state the way that they've been doing, I literally thought that the Americans in Michigan were gonna freak out and go, "Oh my God, these people robbed us. Let's get rid of them." That's what I thought. I don't know why I thought that. I certainly didn't think that people from other states would be, making a beeline to go there so they can scream in ICE agents' faces. I had no idea. I I don't know why. And then I gotta say this too. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this because I remember I was doing a live and I said a word that YouTube didn't like. But this idea that white supremacy and racism is like the most horrible thing, it's literally white people like going crazy for people from Africa. Like, like these people from these Somalians came over here. They had temporary protective status since I was born in 1991. They've been here since 1991. It's been 35 years of temporary protective status, and they've gotten billions of dollars. And I mean, okay, and they're not the only group. Okay, I understand where liberals are coming from. Like, it's not cool how they're being treated and stuff like that. And it's not cool how they're being singled out. I understand that part, but when people have this conversation, like it's so many things that bother me at one time. Oh my God, I opened a can of worms. When people try to say, "Oh my God, this country is so racist," like these people are fighting for people who literally robbed them, like, which is crazy. And then people always talk about like TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. People always, they throw that out like, "Oh, these people, they're not out there because they care about immigration. They're out there because they hate Trump." It's a whole mess. So when people talk to me about like war operations overseas, effectively we have been invaded as far as I'm concerned. Like, not trying to be too, but it's just so many people who are here. Well, let me read the chat. Let me not get too far. We got the Jesus people. They always come in. Hey man, you have a good time. USA, yeah, USA is an amazing country. I love this country. This is my favorite country. I was born here. My granddaddy was born here. My great granddaddy was born here. Great granddaddy. I've been here. My lineage has been here for over 400 years. Like, what's not to love? Like, for people who hate America, I'm like, that is so crazy. Like, especially Americans, and especially Americans that's never like lived in another country for real. I'm like, okay, you went to go visit a country, or you went to go, on some kind of, I don't know, some kind of vacation package, and you got to eat food that's not GMO. Okay, that's good for you, but you don't come back here because man, come on now. We get this. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I've interacted with a lot of foreigners who come over here, and there's so much that we take for granted here in this country. I don't know, but yeah, shout out to you. Oh my gosh, I don't want to mess your name up. Yes, just 6620. Thank you for that comment. Yes. Those that disagree, some international travel will bring some perspective. Yeah, yeah. Um, Seven Gator said, been to Mexico, DR, USA. America's under Trump is horrific. Yeah, but see, here's the beautiful thing. Here's the beautiful thing, though. He has a term limit. He's only going to be in there for 4 years. So then, okay, after he gets out, then you could go Democrat if you want to. I mean, look at New York. They've gone full blown socialist. Like, what? I just feel like, even in the United States of America, like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes, I'm kind of a foodie too. So me and the kids, we go out to eat a lot. And I got 1 year old, and now my son is 3. He just turned 3 just recently. So happy birthday to him. My daughter, she's gonna be 2. God, it's almost April. In April, she's gonna be 2. They're right behind each other, right? And it just amazes me that I can wake up one day and say, "Oh, I want Indian food," and then I can wake. Now I know before anybody say anything, I know it's Americanized. I know it's not like real India, like India, like dirt road India, like I know, but just the fact that I can just different cultures. Like you can go to different places all in one. It might be that way everywhere else too. But I really like the fact that you can just kind of interact with different cultures and different people. Like we have internet. Like right now in Iran, their government literally shut off the internet. Shut off. It's not funny. I'm not laughing to be like, ha ha, they have no internet. I'm just like, I'm the type of person when I get uncomfortable, I kind of laugh a little bit. And, a lot of people get upset with that. But, I'm sure there's a lot of people that our government don't like. But you can't shut off their internet. You can't be firing live rounds in Minnesota. You can't do that. You can do that in other countries. You most certainly can. And just talking about dirt roads too, because I'm a CDL. I'm a professional driver. My husband, he has CEO. He's a professional driver. And we have driven to places here in the United States where the roads are not paved. I'm so spoiled. I don't, if I get GPS somewhere now that I'm not driving professionally, and I look over and I see that it's a dirt road, I don't want to go. Unless I'm going on like a trip or something like that. I would never do it for work. But I don't know, like, maybe because I'm spoiled. I respect other countries and other cultures and stuff like that. But okay, people mad at Trump. You still got running water. You still got electricity. You still get paid more than cents per day. You can go to another country if you want to. I'm not one of them type of people that like, if you don't like it, you can leave. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, as an American, there's so much that you can do. There's just so much that you can do. And I'm saying another thing about America. I love America. One thing I really love about this country is the the geography of it. You can live by the ocean. You can live in the snow. You can live in the desert. You can live in the south. The humid if humidity is your thing, you can come down here in the humidity. You can there's so much that you can do here. And there are people that want to be here. There are people who are legally documented who are here and they love it here. And also, they don't have a problem with ICE because they break their necks to come here and they work their tails off to get their citizenship. And then it's like they get passed up by people that the Democratic Party, I'm going to say it, have installed so they can have a voter base. There's no other way I can rationalize this. Like, I have friends who are immigrants and they worked hard. I have one of my friends, okay, we graduated from college 10 years ago. She is still working on her immigration status. And I'm not going to drop her name or nothing. I love and respect her. She's one of my good friends from college. When you have to consider marrying a person to help with your process, and you look over and somebody who just got here the last term has housing, transportation, They had a prepaid debit cards, and and here you are, you've been working, and hey, some people they do marry for immigration purposes. Like, no, she's not crazy about her husband, but she did what she had to do, popped out a kid and everything. The guy's in love, and she's got her green card. And I kind of feel dirty now that I'm talking about it on the internet. But you get my point. People go through a lot of stuff to do things the right way. And I just don't feel like it's fair that just because I'm about to say it. Okay, I'm about to say it. Foundational Black Americans, African Americans who can trace their lineage to this land here that's been here for hundreds of years have decided that they are not going to just blindly support the Democratic Party. It just makes sense to me, like, because it used to be back in the day. And I'm gonna get to y'all. I'm gonna get to y'all chats in a minute. You had to automatically vote if you were black. It's like you're supposed to vote Democrat. They have the saying, vote blue no matter who, right? And I'm like, now, I've never thought that. I've always thought, vote for what makes sense. Vote for what makes sense to you. Vote for what makes sense to your family, right? So, okay, cool. But now it's at a point where people are voting based off of what they're going to get out of it. So that's the only play that I'm seeing with, illegal immigration. I don't see it. Why else would you just bring folks over here unvetted, no background checks or nothing like that, and you're just on a taxpayer dime too? This is what really gets me. You had Americans losing everything. Just recently, this economy was just so bad, and then you got people that never paid a penny in taxes, have not been here at all, and they were just taking care of them. Like, Chicago is crazy right now. Like, Texas, they was just busting them up. They was like, hey, Biden, if you gonna take them in, take care of them. You know what I mean? It was just this whole big fuss. But before I go any further, let me make sure I read some of these chats so I don't get too far. You know what I mean? I keep an eye on the kids, but say, highly recommend people looking into cybersecurity class and the master class, not a political class, but brings a lot of perspective about security of the country and economy. Shout out to you. And I'm sorry, I didn't want to butcher your name, so I just go 6620. And hopefully that's not a disservice, but I try not to butcher people's names. Cybersecurity sounds very cool. And then if you're still here, because I know people drop in and out of the chat, it's the middle of the night. It's about to be a snowstorm. I get it. I'm just being opportunistic because my kids are asleep. And it's been 43 minutes. They're still asleep. I think it's so hard to train children to go to bed. And I've just been cleaning up, getting ready for the storm. I like to have a pristine, clean house when I know it's about to go down. So after I get off here with y'all, I got to get right back to cleaning. And knowing me, I'm probably going to cook, because if the power goes out, I like to have a home cooked meal. But anyway, yeah, I was just wondering, is cybersecurity like super duper demanding if you're still here? Like, do you have to work like a lot of hours doing it? And then I got some of these names. I'm gonna just say 9791. Not trying to butcher any names tonight, y'all. So I'm gonna just say what I can read. Okay. We pay for Israel to have universal health care and free access to education. Why not us Americans here? I think it's for religious reasons. I honestly do. I think, okay, I get, there's a lot of people that get mad at me too. I have a very controversial take on Israel. I feel like it's extremely difficult. Oh my God, that hand cream does not agree with my hands. My hands are kind of dry. Anyway, I feel like we have religious ties to Israel. And you know what, since we're going there, this whole thing with Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, y'all, I kind of look at different things. Like, I dib and dab in different things. This whole Charlie Kirk situation, it's like, I just feel like the country is like falling apart. Everything is falling apart. And let me tell you, I'm just used to pre-pandemic life. Is it me or did everything just go crazy after that? Like, everything is crazy. Everybody's crazy. Did you know that? And no disrespect to anybody in the chat if you still do, but did you know that people still walk around with masks on? Like they still they've been traumatized so badly by COVID. Like there are still people that are like scared. Man, you would have I've seen people eat under their mask, like still to this day, like in public. Or like you would see people, they'd be driving and they'll have their mask hung on their what you call it, their rear view mirror in their car. So I mean, I know that kind of gets away from your question, but honestly, if I'm really being dark about the whole Israel thing, I almost feel like this country is always going to be tied to that country. I just don't feel like we can undo ties with them. And I don't know, why. I mean, I can go into a lot of dark things, but I don't want to share too much because I don't want to disrespect anybody. I still want to be respectful. But I this is what I have a hard time with. Christianity is a major religion in the United States, right? And they believe that the Jewish people are the people of God. They believe that they're the chosen children of God. So, wouldn't it kind of make sense that a Christian country would take care of people that establish their faith? That's how. Now, I could be wrong. And with all due respect, I am not a Christian, I respect our religions. But that was the math I did in my head. It's like if you guys like if not you guys, I'm not trying to get personal, but if you believe that these are the children of God, why wouldn't you put their health care before yours? Like they literally call you goyim, they call you Gentile, they call you, you know, you're outside of them. So that's my take on it. I feel like, and I don't know. I even did a video, and it got. I'm still getting used to like the guidelines with YouTube. I'm still getting used to it, man, because I made YouTube mad because I was, you got to be careful when you talk about that country. But I do believe, like, theoretically, we should take care of ourselves before we take care of anybody else. In theory. But I just feel like the United States is like a free for all. Like, if you ain't got it, that's just on you. That's how it is here. You got to get it how you live here. Over there, they're homogenous. Like, they all believe in the same thing. They all have I mean, they've got some immigrants, and they're handling it the way they're handling it. I mean, ask anybody in Congress. They're our greatest ally. I mean, just because I don't agree with a lot of things that we're talking about tonight, doesn't mean I have a bone to pick with it, because I understand that I only have my household to take care of. And I'm not trying to be an isolationist, but I try not to worry about things that are like out of my reach. So let me see. I'm gonna check out some other stuff. Some of y'all being naughty in the chat. I am still new. Says hell for review. Somebody is trying to say something in the chat that's wrong. I usually don't read it because there's so many intelligent people and I don't want to take time away from them to address people who may be misbehaving. So that's that. I think okay, now I almost lied. So I'm going back to 97, 91. Power Boy, sorry, I'm not gonna disrespect your name, but 97, 91 is what I'm gonna say. In the United States of America, I believe that capitalism is like a big deal here. And because of that, we will never have our government take care of our people, because we feel like as American people, you're free to do whatever you want. So if you want healthcare, you need to find a way to get healthcare. I don't agree with it, but I feel like that's the sentiment that our government has. And because of that, they care more about other countries' healthcare than ours. And I do believe this is a very negative thing I'm about to say. Please forgive me if it's offensive. But I am this close to sounding like a Zionist. It's so crazy, but hear me out. I feel like it's more beneficial. I'm about to say this. Anybody in chat, correct me if I'm wrong, push back all day. I feel like it's more beneficial to take care of Israel than people here in the United States. Ooh, I said that and it felt yucky. Okay, this is why. It's not about necessarily them being better than us, but it's about where they are. Like they're smack dab in the middle of it's like a mutual thing. So from our perspective, that's our greatest ally in that region. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, who else is going to be, you know what I mean? Like what we're gonna team up with Iran, we're gonna team up with Iraq, Pakistan, what? Like who else is there? Like isn't that like our only like real ally there, right? So it makes sense for us to back them there. And then on the flip side, the other side of that coin is if we're not backing them, who's gonna support them? There's like a codependency is my point. So, and it's so much easier, and still a quote from Candace Owens, it's so much easier to support a country that's about the size of New Jersey than the vast United States, all 50 states and territories included. I feel so icky saying that, and I feel wrong saying that, but honestly, that's how the country is structured. Like, I understand how the government is running. I don't agree with it, but I understand the play. So I hope that answers the question. I know that was pretty lengthy, and thank you for that because I actually had to think to answer that. Yager's Farm, he see colors, that's good. And then I got 97, 91 again. Canada got universal health care too, while we cancel Obamacare. I've seen some things about universal health care in Canada, and it does not look appealing. Yes, they have universal health care, but their service don't look great. It doesn't. Like, okay. I feel like universal health care is akin of like military members. Like when I used to be in the service, and I still kind of qualify for this, but getting health care that the government provides, you kind of have like no control over over your health. Over your health. You have like no say. When it's subsidized, and then here's my other question: who's gonna pay for all this? Like, especially when we have like, again, fraud in Somalia. I done called it Somalia. Minnesota. See, it's so bad we don't even know what our states are anymore. We are so out of order as Americans. And it's like, take care of what you can. It's such a terrible thing. Oh my God, 97, 91, you got me saying crazy stuff. I don't agree with what I'm saying, but just watching how our government move, it's like, what you gonna do? I don't know. How did you celebrate on Monday? What's today? I'm looking at my wrist like I got a watch on. What did I do Monday? I don't know what I did Monday. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I love being a mom. I got 2 small kids, so every day feels like a party to me, to be honest. If you're asking me about Monday, you're gonna have to be specific. What's Monday? What, Martin Luther King Day? I think that was, yeah, it does. Martin Luther King Day. Man, I listened to some speeches. I don't know, I just kind of hung out with some friends and stuff like that. I don't know, I just kind of chilled. I chilled. And one thing I will say is I have a son. He's 3 years old, and he loves to watch speeches. And Okay, I don't want to be disrespectful, but we live in a social media age where everything goes like this. It's like attention spans are fleeting. And I'm starting to get affected by that now that I'm on social media more. And listening to Martin Luther King speeches, that man talks slow. He take his time with it. So it was a different change of pace, which is it's kind of sad because he's saying a lot of deep stuff, but it's like, oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You're so used to like go, 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 go all the time. Um, and I just felt that anxiety. As shame as I am to admit it, when I was listening to his speeches, I was like, I have to. I've never been the type of person that sit in front of a screen anyway, you know. Um, but yeah, that's one thing that I noticed about Martin Luther King Day is that his cadence is so slow, and it's like, man, I gotta wash dishes while I'm listening to this guy. I gotta do some sit ups. I gotta do something, you know. But like, yeah, it was a great day. I had a great day. Um, it was a good time. There's a lot of people who still went to work anyway, but it was a good time. Let's see, 6620. And again, I call the numbers so I don't butcher your names. I cannot believe my kids been asleep this long. Hey, I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me this long too. It's been almost y'all. It's been 56 minutes. That's crazy. Anyway, hey Jesse, I'm heading out. It was a pleasure to be here. Sleep time for me. Have been feeling many here to know. I have the feeling many here to know. Share same perspective. I admire, respect the way you speak. And we need that. Hey, I appreciate that 6620. I appreciate that big time. Um, yeah, because I mean, it's been a while since I went. I was looking at my profile. I was like, dang, it's been 6 months. That's a long time. I was like, I'll probably go have like maybe like 3 people in the chat because I'm gonna tell you about these algorithms. If you haven't been on for a minute, your numbers just drop off. Cause like when I was doing lives like back to back, like one time it was like 300 people in there. Another time it was like, yeah, it just built up over time or whatever. And yeah, man, but you know, I got my daughter, the youngest one, and she's girls need attention compared to boys. Boys, my son, man, you just get him and stuff, he go about his business. My daughter, on the other hand, it's like you gotta really with girls, you gotta really spend time with them and stuff. So I haven't really been going live because I've been wanting to, you know, really make sure I'm spending time with her the way she needs it. And then I do appreciate, you know, people dropping through and you know your questions and stuff, and you know the fact that you guys get me to think. Um, Let me see, because we got 9791. They need us. We're too greedy to let it go, and that's right. Yeah. So that's how I feel. I don't. This is another thing I be thinking about too. I feel like Israel is in a really vulnerable geographic area, and we can't. I just can't see a world where we're detached from them. I don't know why. Like I can't see it. You know, um, especially because they have the big red button just like we do. Yeah. And I feel like they will push that big red button. Like that's just how I feel. Like I feel like it's a matter of do or unalive. I remember one time when I said DIE on here, do or DIE, I got flagged. Like YouTube will flag you. Um, but yeah, I just don't see it. And then with, in my opinion, all I'm seeing is imperialism. I'm seeing big bank take little bank all over the world. So because of that, we need to have as many friends as we can have. And I know it's a lot of people who got a problem with that, but who again, who else we gonna be rocking with over there? You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's just my opinion. I just feel bad because I'm like, what in the world? What is this gonna look like 20 years from now? Like, I don't mean to be selfish, but I got 2 kids. I'm like, I want the best for my kids, and it's like, you know, the AI is an issue, global warming is an issue, wars on all front is an issue. It's I mean, what would it look like when we whatever, when we take Greenland? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, could you imagine, like, if we, like, let's say, okay, 20 years from now, my son go, hey, mom, I'm going to Greenland. You know how crazy that is? Like, for him, he's going to be like, I'm going to go chill in Greenland. That's a reality. That's something that's looking like it's going to happen. I feel sorry for Denmark. What they gonna do? And it goes back to the NATO conversation I had earlier. It's like, I don't know if the United States, if we're getting too big for our britches, but if we buck at them, they ain't gonna buck back. And Israel, have y'all seen the the military technology these guys have? Like, they're not playing. Like, we don't. I mean, okay. Let me open this can of worms. I respect our military, and I'm a veteran. Okay, but we got gender wars over here. Okay, other countries don't have. Well, they might have some infighting, but they are not confused. There was a Supreme Court hearing for a medical professional, a doctor, who couldn't answer what a woman was. That is such an American problem. Yeah, other countries that don't have clean water, for crying out loud. Like, when this is why, like, it drives me crazy when people are, oh, America is not the best country. Bull S word. Like, we we can't we can't even hear bad words. Like, do you know if I curse, YouTube will flag me? Like, you got people literally, I can't even say this. Can I say this? Detaching, the head, you see what I'm saying? On camera, live in other countries. It's wild stuff going on in other countries. And over here, like, sometimes, okay, a lot of people tonight are talking about a beef between a comedian and a content creator. Like, that's like the big talk of the town for a lot of people right now. That is so American. Like, right now, there's about to be a snowstorm, an ice storm, and we chilling. I got multiple rooms I can go into if I want to. Like, I got kids' room, got that room, I had a guest room. I had a guest room. I'm not a millionaire. I got a guest. Like, and maybe that's my fault because I'm well connected with my ancestors and stuff, and they would tell me about how they couldn't afford things, how you know, man, my great grandmother, she had more than 15 siblings, and they were in this small house together, and there was like no space, and I'm like, I could not imagine having like more than 15 siblings. Like, my great grandparents were having kids like back to back to back. So maybe that's the reason why I'm so patriotic, because I know what my grandma had to deal with. I know, and on my father's side of the family, they're a little posh. That's why I am the way that I am. They're a little uppity. But they probably have. Well, you know what? Let me stop lying. My grandma on my daddy's side, I think she had like 12 kids. So yeah, it's like when I think about what they had compared to what I have, it's very easy for me to be like, yay, America, because I don't have to have children so that I can maintain farmland. Like, I appreciate stuff like that. Like, I don't have to go through the stuff that they went through. That's why I just love that. Like, my kids are going to get to have opportunity. They have opportunities I never even dreamed of, like, because I can do more for them than my parents did for me. It's just been a natural progression. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about that. But it's just so much. It's so much going on, and I don't know, man. I just feel like right now we're all worried about things that are like not in our control. These midterm elections, they're going to be very interesting. Um, but I think I take for granted the fact that it's still going to be America. We still, regardless of who wins, we still gonna go out to eat. We still gonna go to the gym. We still gonna get on our cars, in our cars, and we're gonna drive our paved roads. I'm gonna say another thing too. Oh yeah, because I was talking about how we shouldn't even be trying to get into it with people because we be having little silly arguments here in house. But I'm scared about these schools. See, that's what I be thinking about. I used to be like, I'm just gonna send my kid to public school. I don't think like that no more. Did y'all know that like there was a study that came out that says like 40% of like fourth and fifth graders can't read on their grade level? Like that's scary. Like kids these days are so addicted to computers and stuff. Like their reading and writing skills are horrible now. So that's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff I'm thinking about. Might be selfish, but hey, it's direct. I feel like if my kid can read really well, he's more likely to go to Greenland and he's gonna have a good time. And he's gonna come back and he's gonna tell old me in 20 years how great Greenland was. I ain't going out there because it's cold and we already dealing with a snowstorm. That might be me being closed minded, but I'm gonna maintain that. I'm not going up there. But it's gonna be so cool to. Are we gonna need a passport? It might just be a territory. It might get. I don't know. You probably gonna need a passport. But again, I ain't worried about it because I'm like, as long as he's good, we good. You know. And I know that's a very narrow way to see it, but y'all, I'm at an age where I'm tired. I can't be getting mad at everything that's going on. I'm just getting to a point where I can put my babies in the bed. Y'all, we've been live for over an hour. My kids are still asleep. But like I said before, I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. I'm gonna take advantage of some mommy time. I'm gonna clean up a little bit more. I'm probably gonna cook something so I don't have to worry about if the power gets shut off tomorrow. But I do appreciate y'all, dropping in with me, and y'all be safe with that snowstorm. Don't get stressed out about no NATO. Don't get mad about the president getting impeached. And shout out to everybody who love being American, because I love being American too. And y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all dropping into the live. And I'll drop in another time. I can't tell you when, because it depends on what my baby's doing. All right, y'all. Good night.